This is Better Moody, and you're listening to The Way Forward. It is morning time, and I am not a morning person. I'm trying to figure out a new and improved routine. So bear with me. I just walked the dogs, and then I came and sat back down, collected my thoughts, hit record, and dogs lost their mind. And I know that you have to be tired of hearing dogs going "Rrr, rrr, 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 rrr." Like I have no idea what the urgency is because I take care of them. So I'm just saying, it's like they're doing a whole protest with picket signs and everything in the living room. It's unacceptable. So I had to go shut it down. I had to go, police it up. But anyway, we do forget that we are animals too, right? I guess I'm an animal, but I don't act like that. And one of my friends showed me, I think there was like a TikTok or something with these people who are saying, if we were dogs, and they go barking at each other whenever they come up to the house, the neighbors run up to the fence line and they're like, "Rah, rah, 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 get off my property. This is my property." I thought that was so funny. It's like, yes, in our hearts, we want to do this, but we hold back. But that is just it. We are animals deep down. And even though we may filter it or hide it, we put a pretty bow on it. We live our pristine, plush lives. We scroll on our phones, our iPhones. I don't know if Android would count. You may not count if you own an Android. You might still be an animal. But we troll. We check out other people's pages. We sit on cushy couches. We make sure we cross our legs. We wear our clothes. We starch them or, steam them, whatever. Showers. We get in there and, we have our whole routine. The waterfall spigot is set to deliver 98-degree mist while we play nature sounds. So we feel like we're really cleansing our souls in there. And I don't know, some of you are blessed enough to have it look like an earthen basin on the edge of this mystical forest of lust greenery. Lush. What am I saying? Lust. Okay, so maybe I envy a little. But, this just this wonderful scene. And now that I think about it, I need to level up my shower. It is truly just this, what is it, Formica? I don't know what they make them out of, but it's just the basic. And it creaks when I stand in there, so I feel really like an elephant. But I mean, that's all in my head. I did talk to maintenance about that, and they said that's just the way it is, which I refuse to believe it, because even little baby Cam, when he steps in there, makes creaking noises. So I think it's the build. That aside, yeah, I'm thinking about leveling up the shower, adding some eucalyptus leaves. I don't know how else. I put a pad down at the bottom, and so it's like it insults me every morning. I'm just saying, if your bathtub's just like, every time you step into it, it's not a good look. It's not very motivating. But anyway, we eat pretty food, right? Food we don't have to fight for, like a bacon, Gouda, and egg sandwich from Starbucks. That's good stuff. That is really good stuff if you haven't had it. But when was the last time you wrestled with some bacon? Licked it to death. That's how you kill bacon. Well, let me fill you in, my moody moguls. When you are doing your Pilates and you're inhaling the calm, instead of ramping up your cortisol to slay a three-headed sushi roll, because you got to cut them up. Yeah, that's how you do it. I want you to remember that we are still a part of the food chain, or at least the cycle of life. The circle of life? All of it. I have cycle on the mind. Everyone is, except for Dick Van Dyke. My mom said he's about to hit 100 years old. Looked it up. 13 December is the man's birthday, and he is still going strong. Congratulations, sir. But yeah, he might be the only one. He might be exempt. So, I say all that to say, let's move forward. I went for a walk, and I walked these damn dogs. And we ran across something. It was just this It looked like, when you pour water onto the pavement, it was just like a pattern, but it was fluff. And it was dark outside, so I couldn't really tell what it was. It looked like I cleaned the cage, the dog, kennel or whatever outside. Sometimes there's some fluff left over, but this was an inordinate amount of fluff. It was like a fluff pattern. And I couldn't tell what it was at first. I was like, what is this, like fluffy dandelions? But it's almost winter. No, that's not it. I did touch it. I don't know if I'm going to die from rabies or something, but I did touch it and I was like, oh no, it was very soft, fluffy, fuzzy, furriness. And the dogs were all about it. So they hopped in there. They were hot on the scene and, trying to figure out what happened here. And dogs, they can smell fear and death. Like you hear the stories, right? What was a show I was watching? The Big C, I think. There's a cat and they named Bethany and they called it Deathany because Deathany would sit on the edge of your bed and you knew that you were about to kick the bucket because animals can smell that biology. They can smell the chemicals, the pheromones, they sense it. And my dogs, Ollie and Rory, so a big golden doodle that's can stand about as tall as me, and then an itty bitty little Bichon Frise, Rory, named by the kids, because I can't even say Rory, that's a tough name, but here we are. Yeah, they were like little Paw Patrol, CSI, crime investigation unit, and Ollie was just nose deep in the middle of it. Rory not far behind. And I'm just like thinking, they're communicating, right? They're communicating. I don't know what they're saying. They're doing the sniffing, the licking, the, eyeing each other. So they have their own conversation going. And Ollie, I imagine he's like, the blood splatter is too high. This isn't where the attack started. Now the prints are on top of the splatter. That means the blood must have dried. It had time to dry. And by my observations, this attack occurred at 3:43 a.m. and lasted approximately 34 seconds. This Ollie he's well experienced. He was just born with it in his blood, right? But Rory, he's a little shit. Should have been a Shih Tzu, but he's a Frise, and he's a little uppity thing. But he's like, no, I imagine, no. If you look closely, the pattern tells us something more. He's like, this is not random. It is premeditated and methodical. Ruthless indeed. He might have a British accent, but I can't do that. Dick Van Dyke could. I imagine he's like raising an eyebrow, little dog, putting a pipe in his muzzle. And it's like, yes, indeed, dear Watson. Ollie. Indeed, dear Ollie. The only thing that matters, anyway, is the evidence. The evidence. So these dogs are going to figure it out. Ollie was definitely giving Rory the look. The knowing look. Yeah, like, your little ass needs to stop trying to run away. Because that's Rory all day. Anytime he gets a minute, I have to watch. I couldn't figure out how they were escaping. Well, it wasn't they. It was little dog. And come to find out, one of the links in the fence was, rusted. And so he was pushing that to the side and squeezing his little behind out. And I caught him. I was sneakily spying on them to see what he was doing to escape. And that was it. So he got out like 3 times. But anyway, I've blocked that little area and made sure that I watch him. I would like sit there and just stare at him while he goes and uses the bathroom. Make sure he doesn't try to escape. But he did. He got halfway through and had to run over to the other side of the fence and be like, oh, I got you. About to put that on lock. Make sure this never happens again. But yeah, little guy, you don't realize how good you have it. Those little Caesar little trays of food that you get every other night. You lucky little shit. You don't have to work for that. You just sit around all day. Yeah, go out. Go see how you'll fare off in the woods with those coyotes. But yeah, the coyotes are real. So I didn't pick up on what happened. until the morning. Or after the sun came out in the morning. And then all the kids were headed to the bus stop. Not my kids, just random kids. And here I go. I'm the odd mom that's in my robe and flip-flops, doling out warnings. Like, you guys see this right here? Do you know what this is? Do you know? This is fluff. This was a squirrel. And let me tell you, coyotes are real. I have a gathering now. And if you have ever seen one, you don't stop, drop, and roll. Nobody knows what to do with a coyote. I don't know. There isn't any like laid out PSA, excuse me, not PSI. That was a combination of CSI and PSA. There isn't any laid out like PSA. What's that bear's name? Only you can prevent forest fires. I forgot the fucker's name. Anyway, yeah, nobody has like cute little animals that give out these wonderful warnings that kids will listen to anymore. Now I gotta look it up. What the hell is his name? Only you can prevent forest fires. Bear. I'm not crazy here. I mean, I might be crazy, but that's okay. I accept it. What are you talking about? Is it? What are you talking about? Internet's like copyright. What are you talking about? Boo doo boo boo boo. What's that guy's name? It's from Smokey the Bear. Yes. Why couldn't I think of that? Smokey, good old Smokey, hanging out in the 40s. I've been on this thing with the 40s lately. I don't know why. But anyway, there is these kids, these poor kids. I mean, they had to witness me with my little warnings to protect and to move forward with diligence. Keep an eye on your surroundings. Watch your sector. Well, coyotes are real. Beware. Can you imagine if you had to hunt for your food? I would be so thin, y'all. I would be like, Ariana Grande. I wouldn't have any cheeks. Many of us would be thin, I think. We're all slow-moving, lumbering, wannabe predators. That's why our teeth aren't designed to smash and grind anything. We're humble herbivores. We identify as carnivores. Some of us. Why do we do that? Why? Anyway, other than the fact that meat is amazing, yummy, bloody protein with a dash of sea salt, and I'm in heaven. Never mind the puffy skin and the high cholesterol or whatever. Anyway, fast forward to another day. I'm going to reel it in. I'm going to circle it around. And this is the impact. This is why I was struggling with this whole fluff in my yard. The sun is setting early now here in the grand state of Massachusetts. And I'm telling you, around 3:45 p.m. to about 4 o'clock, the sun is packing it up. And that's just too early for me. So I'm leaving work while the sun is setting. And let me tell you, it just makes you feel like you did a 12-hour day. A 12-hour day in the gold mines of Jalisco. And then you got to walk back home to Guadalajara in the dark, feeling like Nachito. Who knows what I'm talking about? That's you, right? That's us. This is how we live every day. I'm just playing. Like, I really did a lot of work just so I could say Guadalajara. I want to say Guadalajara and you'll see the joy. That's what I'm talking about. Anyway, I get home, Guadalajara, and I take the dogs out to use the porta-john. And then my baby, my itsy bitsy teeny weeny gentleman, my wapo papo, my gorgeous little dude who is almost 2 and all of 2 feet tall. He's my trusty sidekick. He follows me outside always and everywhere I go. And sometimes he scolds me, but that's another story. But we are on the back porch. We put the dogs out because everybody's got to use the bathroom. And also it's kind of nice out there. But anyone else following the red flags and like sirens that are going off in my head right now, my mama brain? Yeah, if you have kids, you know what I'm talking about. There's like red alert. There's pop-ups everywhere, imaginary little like warning signs and angels or whatever it is, telling you like, do not proceed, abort mission. Well, the scene of that crime from earlier, it was all of 5 yards back from the house, from the porch. So there's this like whole calculation that hits me, like the scene on Holmes and Watson. It's like this overlay of mathematical concepts that are superimposed over the terrain of the backyard. And I think, yeah, that whole montage is a whole montage that plays in my head for about 5 seconds before I just, do this ninja sweeping move and scoop up little Cam and head back for the house. Like, you will not be on the porch. I cannot turn my back on you, my wee baby. You will not be kibble for some hungry cat, dog, hyena looking thing. I don't know. I think they're ugly though. Them damn coyotes. But yeah, mama minds, we really do speculate, but in the best way. In the best way, I think. It's protective. It's natural. These are my instincts. Real danger. I mean, yeah, I don't know if there's real danger, but fuck it. Real danger be damned. So I am going to make sure that nothing happens because I don't think I could. Anyway, I don't want to go down that train of thought. I do it in silence, and then I don't give it any air or space in the world. So I'm on the couch and I'm rocking my little wee baby, my little toddler. And he's looking at me trying to figure out why mama's doing extra cartwheels and scooping and doing this crouching tiger cocoon move, wrapping him up in this mommy love bubble, all the padding, because I have all the padding. Oh man, there's so many ideas that run through my head, the gory possibilities, I'm telling you. And it's enough to just strike fear. Because I mean, I swear, it's like there are directors in my brain. All of them hang out in there. And they each take their turns with all the horrific possibilities. But yeah. Spielberg. But not in a magical way. A very, very, very sad way. So anyway, I'm crying over the possibilities because this is a full-on production in my head. And I know that deep down, I cannot let any of those branches occur in my timeline. So, gotta make baby safe. Baby is safe. Baby's shielded. But I mean, I still have these thoughts that haunt. They replay. I gotta shake them off. But I go online and I look up. This is how my brain works because in order to get it to shut off, I need a solution. So I go online and I look up what to do if a coyote attacks, right? That's normal. That's natural. And you make yourself big. They don't tend to attack people, but they will potentially touch your kid if he's out there alone and small enough. And my kid is definitely small enough. Yeah. ChatGPT is like, yeah, fuck that coyote. You didn't overreact. Protect your baby. That's what I do. That's what I did. So this is the way forward. And you're listening to Better Moody. So I just want to remind you that hopefully, well, first of all, you're a better morning person than I am. Then go on ahead and eat your greens. Eat those peas. Eat healthy. Protect your babies. Hug them and love them a lot. That's all I got. And I'm out. Okay, so by the way, I was fooling around with AI, making songs with the kids over Thanksgiving, and I have one that I did with Savannah, and I think it kind of fits the mood. It kind of talks about all is well in the Moody family, so I'll share it as a bonus episode, and you tell me what you think about it. And if you like it, I'll do some more. All right, I'm out for real. Okay, bye. Have a great day.